So 3-101 says use your calculator to do the following problems quickly. As you do them, write an equation for each problem on your paper. So on here we have for alpha, it says 3 divided by 4. And so if we come over here to our notebook, I already did that part for you, the 3 divided by 4. And so what we're going to do is, the part that we're missing is what makes an equation different than an expression, which is the equal sign. So now we're going to take a calculator. I don't even have my phone here. Good gravy. I better do this math fast. I don't have much life on that guy. So I'm going to have 3 divided by 4 equals, and I'm going to write that down. Now, if you're somebody who is at home trying to do this and you don't have a calculator, that's okay. I want to remind you that I'm going to go ahead and kind of open this back up. So right up here, you do have calculators. So we have a 4 function right here. And if I wanted to make it so it was a little easier for me to see while I have my page open, what I'm going to click on that tab and kind of pull it down like this. And then click on this guy right here. I don't know if this is going to work real great, but in my head, it would work well. Let me get this guy bigger. And maybe you can do so a little easier for you. But if I do it like, there we go. So I can maybe type it down here. This isn't as easy as I was hoping it would be because I don't want it to open all the way up. Oh, good gravy. What I want is so I can do 15, wherever divided by is, I'm assuming this is it. Maybe this one, divided by, yay! 2 5/10 equals, and then it should give me an answer, hopefully. This isn't as good as I thought it would be, but anyway, you do have one there as well, just so that you're aware. So go ahead and pause the video right now, and you're going to do the remaining 7 problems right here on your page. You're going to go ahead and write down just like we did right here. So you're going to do Bravo through hotel, and then you're going to come back to me. Do that now. Okay, now that you're back, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this part right here, which is really the important part, or the mathematical part, because your calculator did all the work on here. But in this, what do you notice about these problems? What do you notice? What can you do to explain what's the same and what's different? So as we're looking at these, I'm just going to go back to here. What did you notice? Some of the things students have said was that they noticed that we got the same 2 answers. So the answers were either 0 and 75/100ths, or I need a helping verb in there. Hold on a second. I noticed that the answers were either 0 and 75/100ths or 6. So for all those problems, you either got 0 and 75/100ths or was 6. What else do you notice? Some students noticed that we had the same digits. Oops. So either the problem had 3 and 4, or 15 and 25 in some way. Like the decimals were in different spots, but the digits themselves were there. So if I look at like alpha and delta right here, alpha and delta, what's different about those two? So I have 30 right here and I have 3 right there. So to get to 30, I would need to multiply by 10. And with 4 right here and 40 right there, I would also multiply by 10. So I look at Charlie and Bravo. To go from 1.5 or 1 5/10 to 15, I would move my decimal 1 spot to the right. With 25 hundredths and 2 5/10, I would also move my decimal 1 spot to the right. So with these ones here, and I'm going to use a little more precise language on this, for both my dividend and my divisor, what I'm dividing by, I'm moving the decimal the same number of spaces and in the same direction. So each problem moves a decimal place. Let's change that. The same direction. And number of places. In both the dividend, that's the one that's to the left, and the divisor. And I always remember the one that does the dividing is the divisor. It tells me what it does. I think that should be not dividend, dividend. Third. Much better.